So we'll be getting started here in a second. As you're coming in, say hello. Welcome in. Glad to have you guys here. Yeah, so we'll try to have a live stream today. We're trying. No guarantees, but we are trying. So how you doing? What's up, everybody? Oh my god. Oh, it's so early for me on the Saturday. But what up? How's people doing? So this live is going to serve as a kind of like, Q&A. Really just to kind of get your guys's questions in and things that I'm not able to actually answer on today's podcast. It'll give me an idea of what types of videos to make. So what's up, man? Titus, what's up? Glad to have you here. Glad for you to be here. Appreciate you for coming in. Nuya and Dang as well. I guess it's pretty early for some people. It's like 10 a.m. It's 10 a.m. my time. So anyways, Pixel 10 on deck to just kind of discuss things and talk about things and what's going on in the world of tech, right? Because now the focus is primarily shifting to the iPhone 17 because that's coming next month. So I know a lot of people are starting to switch their tracks. They're starting to put focus on the iPhone 17 and all the rumors, all the leaked specs, all that stuff is being talked about now that we've gotten over the summer. So now you just finished breakfast? Nice. What'd you have for breakfast? Text now is not reliable. Elaborate. Tell us why. I would really love to know why text now is not reliable anymore, to be quite honest. And as you're popping in, if you're popping in to watch the live stream, you have a question about the Pixel 10, ask it in the comments. I will highlight it down there at the bottom. And then I will explain what I know so far with the Pixel 10. There's not a whole lot of difference because it's a Pixel device. But at the same time, there are some things also that I still need to play around with, like the live, translate in a call. I still have to mess around with that. And I got to figure a way how I'm going to demo it. Probably going to use my daughter or my wife to demo it. So it'll be pretty interesting how that works out. Today you have no service after a few months of using it. Did they cancel your service, or is there like a new stipulation thing that they talked about that needs to be done with text now before you can use their free services? Like, what do you mean? Yeah, pancakes and sausages. Nice. Nice. That sounds good. Because my kids, their quick breakfast choice is waffles. I got like a whole freezer of waffles. I kid you not. My freezer is stocked with freaking Eggo waffles. So yeah, they have their waffles. By the way, FYI, did any of you guys catch B-Tech's Pixel 10 Pro unboxing? I know he dropped it pretty late because, he got his Pixel 10 Pro delivered to him when he got home from work. Of course, so he literally worked on the unboxing video. Plus, too, you got to give a shout out to B-Tech because he did it while he was sick, right? He's not feeling all that good, so still did the unboxing video. He had to put up late last night. I was asleep when I guess it went live on his channel. So I literally just caught it early this morning. Like at 4 in the morning, I watched it, and yeah. You're saying on Helium's free plan? Yeah, Helium's free plan is okay. It's pretty good. For the most part. I mean, I kind of wish that the free plan on Helium would be like 3 gigs of high-speed data and then throttled to 256 kilobits per second, so you can still at least check your emails and stuff like that. The only thing I don't like about the Helium mobile free plan is once you use that 3 gigs of data, like all the services is cut off, right? So like phone calls and texts don't even work either. So that's what kind of sucks. We're getting notified to feed a buddy in Pokemon Go. But that's good you're sticking with Helium. Anyways, yeah, so it's still back in its case. Like I said, I get nervous that dropping the phone, so I keep it in this case, and then so that way you guys can see like the colorway and everything of the Pixel 10. It's a clear case. Am I going to get an official Google case for it? Yeah, probably next month sometime. I'll order it, and because I'm still using the Pixel 9a. As a matter of fact, I'm using it as like my secondary device, blogging camera, all that stuff. Since Google Fi allows you to have data-only SIM cards, especially with the new version of it, which is data-only eSIM. So I have an eSIM installed on here just for data, and it works out great. So, gotta give it up. Shout out to Google Fi. Google Fi for the win in my book. But anyways, if you guys want to try Google Fi, well, in the description there's a code for you guys. I'll get you $60 credit when you sign up with Google Fi. You guys take advantage of that. I don't get anything out of it because I maxed out on those credits they give you for sharing for people signing up. I maxed out on that like months ago, but it's still $60, and it's crazy because other people on Google Fi are reporting that theirs only gives a $20 credit, but my code still gives $60. So that's, if it does, hey, take advantage, right? 60 is better than 20. Do all the Pixel 10 looks the same? Like the Pro, that VTEX looks sleek. So of course there's gonna be like subtle differences between his 10 Pro and my 10. I mean, as far as size wise, yeah, they're about the same size. But the back glass of mine, if you guys can tell, it's glass, right? Like you can see it's glass. On the Pro models, I believe they have like a satin like finish on the back. So even though it is glass, it's kind of frosted satin, I guess you can say. That'll be like the distinguishable differences as far as body wise. Now, his side rails, they're gonna be polished, and mine's is not. I mean, they are metal, but mine is not, which I prefer it that way. I feel like that, the polished side rails just, I mean, it's going to feel the same. It's metal, but, I feel like it's more slicker on those. But this is pretty slick, too. So that's why I would say wrap up your Pixel 10. Don't be like me years ago with my Pixel 5. That's how the screen got cracked, was because I didn't have a case on it. Like, I was trying to be team no case, and I ended up cracking the display on the Pixel 5. So, yeah. If it's a pretty expensive phone made out of glass and you really want to take care of it for the long haul, you want it to stay in good condition for years and years to come, put a case on your phone, put a screen protector on your phone. Like, that's the next thing that I am getting for my Pixel 10 is a screen protector. And since it has the biometric face unlock, I'm going to get a privacy one. That's what I'm waiting for. So when I get a privacy one, and then I'll have that put on there, because of course I'll have the face unlock to unlock with it. B-Tech in the house. B-Tech and his 10 Pro. Are you watching on your 10 Pro? Yeah, he's watching on his 10 Pro. How you liking the 10 Pro so far? Studio sent him a case already for it. Yeah, I don't have any companies that I work with for cases. I had to buy my case, but I had ordered my case a week before I got the Pixel 10. So like the case has just been sitting up on my desk. And so the day that I unboxed it, that's why I unboxed both together. I was like, I didn't want anything to happen in the unboxing video. So I just made sure as soon as I got, the phone and I unboxed it, took it out of the box, I got the case and opened it, took the case out, put it straight on the Pixel 10 from there. Keep it protected. What's more crazy about, the Pixel 10 and all that is just, you got people that are, interested in it, which is who I'm trying to reach out to just share a bit of what I know so far with the Pixel 10 and how its behavior and everything like that is. I got people that's like trying to like press me into saying that the Pixel 10 is a crappy phone because it's not as powerful, with the Tensor G5 that it has versus a Snapdragon 8 Elite. I'm not about that. I'm not really loyal to brands. Now, if you're going to ask me, do I like Google Pixel phones? Yes, I do. Like, I prefer them to be like the phones that I use on the daily basis, just because of what they offer is what I want and how they perform is what I expect. So, everyone has their thing, right? Like I'm never here to try and convert people over to the Church of Pixel. That's not what I do. I have no interest in doing that. If you're going to tell me like you love a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra and you would never leave it for a Pixel 10, like great. As long as, the S25 Ultra is doing everything that you expect out of a phone, that's totally cool. Like, I'm not here to convert people. Keep that in mind. So are they really dust free? Now you could drop it in sand and it's not going to make any damages to the phone other than maybe, it might scratch the paint, the little paint job that it has. Probably if you drop it in sand, but yeah. No, it's cool, dude. I figured that, you weren't feeling all that great today. Plus, I figured too that if you were feeling a little better tomorrow and you wanted to focus more on the 10 Pro, I can be in the chat on yours tomorrow if you want to do that, or if you wanted to get me and Altered Tech on it. Because I know Altered Tech really wants to kind of jump on a live stream with us and just kind of hang out and talk tech. We'll love to have him, come on. And I figured, since he's got a lot of questions about the 10 Pro, that I would reserve him as a guest for your live stream on the 10 Pro, so then that way he can ask you a bunch of questions on the live, and you can give him some stuff, right? Like I can take some photos. Like I said, I was gonna shoot some photos and I was gonna show him the processing time for those photos, but that would be for like the Pixel 10, right? So like the 10 Pro has a different camera sensor, much bigger camera sensor, and it's also got the ProRes zoom and everything like that. So I figured we would just have him as a guest on your live stream for the Pixel 10 Pro. So, he can ask you questions on your live and you can answer him or show him. So, yeah. I've seen other videos like the GPU isn't great compared to other flagships. Yeah, because the Tensor, where it excels is the TPU. Okay? Now, the people gotta like remember this small little detail about Google Pixels. They primarily focus on AI now. So while, gaming would be okay, I think like one person did a test with gaming and it was like for like the first maybe like 5 minutes of them gaming on their Pixel 10 Pro, like the resolution, the display, the feed of the game was great, but like an hour into gaming and frame rate loss, frame rate drop, that type of stuff started happening. But these phones aren't meant to be gaming phones. They're more primarily focused on AI. So where you're going to see a lot of things excel between the Tensor G5 versus the Tensor G4 is going to be AI processes and the things that it can do with AI, which is really where they're focused at. I know you were planning on basically using it for like a camera, right? Like afterwards. Is eSIM killing me? No, just because I have Google Fi, so it was pretty easy to install. It literally was just like move my number over. That's all I clicked in the Google Fi app, right? So like when I first got it out the box, when I was first setting it up and everything like that, then my Google Fi app opened up and was like it needed my permission to download an eSIM, and I was like, hit yes. Like not even 30 seconds later, it popped up and it was like your number's associated with a different device. Do you want to move your number? Click move number, boom, done. Time it took for me to install An eSIM on it was like under 2 minutes. Do I miss physical SIM? No, because right now I'm just really using the phone, so I'm not even really kind of like, wanting to switch devices or anything like that. So Legendary Tech, what's up, man? Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Do apologize. I know some of you guys are coming in. You guys have questions about the Pixel 10, ask them, and I'll be answering it in this live stream. If I can't answer it, it will be coming in the form of a video. So this is like kind of like my way of picking your guys' brains to know what you guys want to see about the Pixel 10, so I can make content about that for you guys. But if it's something I can answer on the fly real quick, like if you're gonna tell me, like how's the eSIM work out, I can answer that right now. I know if you guys want to know like non-Google Fi carrier eSIMs, you guys can ask B-Tech. He's in the chat. He'll respond to you there, or catch his live stream about it, and he'll tell you guys about activating, because he's got the Boost Mobile Pixel 10 Pro, which we know that the US models are eSIM only. So shout out to Boost Mobile, now officially supporting eSIM on Pixels. That was a big move for them. Paisa, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you too. Who are you talking about that hasn't been in your channel in a minute, that doesn't pop in anymore? Well, when you go live, I'm in there watching sometimes when I have the downtime to be able to watch. I'm not busy. But you guys could be expecting that. Be expecting B-Tech to like be driving around doing some side gig work and recording or live streaming from the Pixel 10 Pro. That's going to be pretty awesome to see. I really, really want to see him demo that 100 times zoom ProRes, that ProRes zoom. Like, figure. You activated yours through the Boost Mobile website? Cool. Was there any special steps you had to do with the Boost Mobile eSIM installation and everything? That's strange that wasn't automatic. It should have been automatic. At least since they're gonna force eSIM on us, they might as well make it easier. Like, this is like something that I think that all prepaid and postpaid carriers need to start doing, is just making it very simplified for you to basically install an eSIM, but also to secure it. There's ways that they can secure it. This is the reason why that several companies have a number lock, which locks your phone number to a SIM. So yeah. How much frames per second does it get in heavy games? I don't play any heavy games for it, but if anything, I mean, the refresh rate can go up to 120 hertz. So I mean, if that gives you anything like that. But if you want to actually see like a heavy gameplay, well, I think you did, right? Car X Street. So I could download that game. I can do a video, like a short video, just kind of like showing like the frame rates as I'm playing it. So I'll make that video for you. That'll be coming sometime. So like these videos that you guys are asking questions about, the video responses that I'm gonna make is gonna come out all next week. So there'll be videos every day of next week, and it'll be maybe 2 or 3 videos a day that I drop. I figured that instead of having like one long review video, which will come, I'll have a review video probably in October about the Pixel 10, giving some time to me to play around with it. But I figured I would do these small little tidbit videos so it gets directly to the point, because I suffer from ADHD, and I think the rest of the world has gotten ADHD, because there's a lot of people who just want you to make videos straight to the point, no fluff, no BS. And so I figured I just make these small videos. So I will make a gameplay video with that game, unless you want me to demo a different game. Let me know in the chat right now, and I'll make a note of the game you want me to try out. And then I'll try it out, and we'll test, I'll test the frame rates, and you'll see it in a video. Video will probably be like maybe 2 or 3 minutes long at most. I won't make these videos like super long. We'll get straight to the point with those types of videos. Yeah, by the way, B-Tech, we should have another subscriber to the Deathlog podcast. What's his name? He messaged me on Instagram last night. Oscar. was like, he was saying something to me about, you know, if we had like a wrestling podcast, because he was at SmackDown, and he said that there was a point on SmackDown where the camera panned over to where he was sitting, and so he's caught on the show. So anyways, yeah, he asked about our wrestling podcast, so I shared him the link to the Deathlock podcast, and so he should subscribe. So I don't know, let me know where we're at in subscribers for our wrestling show. Yeah, you know what? Like, I'll get to work on that video today. You know, just because you popped in and, you know, you're being real cool about it. I'll make a video today, and I'll to show the frame rate on gameplay. I'll do 3 different games. So I'll do a light game, you know, something very simple, not graphic intense, and then I'll do something that's graphic intense, and then we'll see. But this is gonna be the Pixel 10. Now, if you want to know about the Pixel 10 Pro, B-Tech can do that one for you. He can let you know how the frame rate is on gameplay with the 10 Pro. But I mean, it should be roughly about the same because they're using the same processor chip, right? It's got the same high core, same mid core, same low cores, clocked at the same rate. I think the only difference between any of the Pixel devices when it comes to, like, you know, internals would definitely be the storage capacity, right? UFS 4.0 on the 10 Pro XL. The 10 Pro, the 10 base use UFS 3.2, I believe. You're thinking about the 10? Yeah, for sure. I'll get that video out this evening for you. Just give me a couple of hours. I'll work on it. Like, after this podcast is over, I'll start working on that video. Yeah, and RAM, 16 gigabytes of RAM on the Pros, and then 12 on the base model. Yeah, Oscar Federico. Yes. He should be a new subscriber. We're at 96 subs on the DLP. So if you guys like watching wrestling, you know, WWE, TNA, AEW, NXT, follow our wrestling podcast show. This is something that me and B-Tech do to kind of like get us out of like the tech. But sometimes you want to do things different, right? So, you know, other hobbies that we have, other interests that we have aside from mobile technology, we like wrestling. So we do shows. We may have one tomorrow, depending on how B-Tech feels. If his voice comes back, we may have one. To actually, we won't be able to, because Clash in Paris is going to be my time at 11 a.m. So at B-Tech's time will be like 1 p.m. No problem at all. No problem at all. I appreciate the sub. Thanks. And you can catch some of my back catalog of videos and whatnot. And I'm a Pixel fan, to be honest with you. So I do like to cover a lot of like older Pixels and today's Pixels. So yeah, you'll see a lot of those. What was it? Somebody had compared me to Simple Alpaca, because Simple Alpaca like covers a lot of iPhones. And I was like, I'm a fan of Simple Alpaca. I love his channel. And he covers more than just iPhones. Like, he covers a lot of the, you know, popular devices that, you know, people will be getting here in the US. So, and then he does reach back on older devices. But there's a couple of other YouTubers that I like as well that I've been watching lately. But yeah, no problem at all. Be happy to make that video. And then I'll have it at sometime today. So also leave a regular comment on this. Later on, when the video is up, if you don't get notified that it's up, I'll just hit you a little small reply to a comment telling you that it's up, so you can come back and check it out. I'm upgrading for the Samsung Note 20, but I don't want the new S25 since it looks like they're a series. Never been an iPhone fan, so I'm thinking of Pixel 10. Okay, got you. You know, and if you think of any other, you know, questions, feel free to ask it. Like, nobody here is going to, I don't allow people to, you know, do that, you know, act silliness, you know what I mean? So there's no, in my opinion, the only dumb questions are the ones never asked. So if you have a question about it, if it's something I can answer, I'd love to answer it now. Otherwise, you know, there'll be a series of videos that I drop, just kind of like focusing on certain aspects of the Pixel 10, eventually leading to a full review sometime in the end of September, beginning of October. I think by then I would have had enough time to really kind of use the phone and also to allow the phone to really kind of know me. Like right now, I call this the learning phase for both the phone and I. Like the phone's got to learn my usage habits, and I got to learn more aspects of it. I'm going to be playing around with other things too, like Magic Q, a lot of the AI centered stuff that the Pixel 10 is offering, you know, with Android 16 and the Tensor G5. I will be messing around with those to see, you know, if image processing is better, if AI photo editing is faster, like all these things I'm going to be testing out on the Pixel 10. And I believe BTEC's going to be doing the same thing on the 10 Pro to give you guys insight on, you know, obviously 16 gigabytes of RAM, if it's going to do it much more justice, or if it's like a, you know, like a minor upgrade from 12 gigs, you know. These things we really have to mess around with the phone. But I can tell you guys right now, you know, a lot of the naysayers of the Tensor G5, like I get it. Some people just want the absolute best of the best, and in their eyes, numbers count for everything. So they always want to refer to benchmarks. They always want to look at benchmark scores, and that's great. Benchmark scores tell the tale on certain things, right? It gives you a level of expectations. So a lot of people will tell you guys right now, when it comes to gaming with the Pixel 10, a lot of people would say that it's probably not going to be the best for it. And I'm going to test it out because I want to know real world usage. So that's why, you know, I'm willing to make that video today and drop that video later today. It's because I want to know too. Not that I'm a heavy gamer, because I'm not a heavy gamer. I don't game on my phones. I think the most that I do is like I game on my Pixelbook Go. So like my laptop is set up for me to game. You know, I still have, even though the services is long gone, I still have my Stadia controller, converted it over to Bluetooth connection, pairs this with my Pixelbook Go, and I got me a little mini gaming station basically. So I have like emulators and stuff running on it. Yeah, so that's where I mostly game at. I think like the only real mobile game that I play, as silly as it sounds, is Pokemon Go. Me and my daughter, we play that. So yeah, that would probably be like the only mobile gaming that I really do. That and Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and those aren't really graphic intense games. But I do some gaming here and there. Yeah. So you know, it's not like you know, you're not like a hardcore gamer where like everything's based on mobile gaming. You know, like you're walking around gaming on your phone, but you do like to play some games on some downtime, right? So pretty much like kind of like the same as me. So yeah, I'll definitely make that video. And you said it was Car X Street. Is that the name of actually I'm gonna download the game now, so I have it already downloaded. Unless you want me to try a different game, name the game you want me to do a test on. And I'll get it installed right now, so after the show I can you know, start working on that video. I'm gonna play a game for like an hour. That way I not only do you see like the way the graphics is for like the first 15 minutes of gaming, but I want to get like an hour later to see if it can maintain and hold that resolution and hold that frame rate as you're playing, or does it start to like have jitter and jank as you're playing, or you know, lagging and all that other stuff. Like I'm pretty sure that's what you want to know. You want to know if your game is going to lag out and crash out on you. So definitely we'll make that video for you. But yeah, suggest a game that you want me to play. Car X Street. Okay. Let me download that now. All right, so it's this one that I'm going to be installing, Car X Street. From CarX Technologies. So it is installing now. Cool. I just wanted to handle heat during heavy modem use. I'll let you know. So I did a couple of speed tests. I'll tell you guys this much right now. The Pixel 10 hasn't felt warm in my hand at all. So I'll do more speed testing and see if I can heat it up. But yeah, so far it hasn't heated up on me. It's kind of like my Pixel 9a. I've done a lot on this and it doesn't heat up. Now, it's a little bit different for me because of where I live. I know for a fact I can get these phones hot, but it wouldn't be from modem use. It wouldn't be from playing graphic intense games. It wouldn't be for none of that. It would be just from standing outside in the summer. Thankfully, this year, the world decided to be nice to us. And so here in Phoenix, we've actually seen record low temperatures around this time. Like in August, we're usually still like at 117, 118 for the temperatures and heat. That's Fahrenheit. Today, I think temperatures would be like at 107. It's starting to warm up a little bit, but for the last couple of days, we've been below 100 only because of like the rain and thunderstorms that we've been getting over the past couple of days. It's cooled the valley. And yeah, so we're supposed to kind of warm up, but then there's a hurricane that looks like its projected path is to land in LA. And if this hurricane hits LA, a lot of that weather is going to shoot over to where I'm at, because Phoenix is only 5 hours east of Los Angeles. So we should get some of that temp. You guys are going to hit 104 today over where you're at? Dang, that's crazy. Going to be hot, close to 100. Oh, if it doesn't climb over 100 where you're at, Titus, I would definitely want to trade with you. Like, the reason why I'm wearing a hoodie indoor is because since it does get warm outside, especially since we've had a lot of rain, the humidity has been pretty bad. I'm indoor. I keep this place like a freaking freezer. So AC running kicks on if it gets higher than 68 degrees. I keep things well into the 60s in here. So I wear a hoodie. My daughter wears a hoodie because, like, I always tell them, when it comes to weather, you can always add layers of clothes to keep yourself warm in a cold situation. But when it's super hot, you can't remove all your layers, because then that's like public indecency, public, indecent exposure. And yeah, so. Another thing I can tell you guys, that it's gonna be weird if somebody talks to me about it, because I shot a couple of photos with the Pixel 10. I posted it to Threads. If you guys are not following me on Instagram/Threads, follow me on there, because I do post also on there outside of YouTube. And yeah, I took some pictures. I posted it. I'm pretty happy with the photos and everything. Of course, I can find some flaws in the photography of the Pixel 10. But I don't see a lot of it because I'm coming from a Pixel 9a. So from the 9a to the 10, and these have the same cameras. So the photos are going to be pretty near like. Now I do see people posting, like, what was it, Devon Digital? He posted some photos he took with the Pixel 9 Pro XL, and he took pictures with his Pixel 10 Pro XL. And his verdict is he likes his photos from the 9 Pro XL compared to his 10 Pro XL. Yes, there is a difference between the 9 Pros versus the 10 Pros and the 9 versus the 10. Obviously, smaller sensors. And people were very concerned about that. Now, yes, you are still getting a 50 megapixel main camera shooter on the 10 Pros. You're getting a 48 megapixel ultra wide and a 48 megapixel telephoto. Whereas on the Pixel 10, you get a 48 megapixel main shooter. I believe it's a 13 megapixel ultra wide and a 16 megapixel telephoto. Smaller sensors, but obviously there has to be a reason why the Pro, the regular Pro exists to the base model 10, right? Since one of the things I am happy about is that, with the base models, we get 3 sensors. So having 3 sensors, being able to have, a high-res photo with the main sensor to go ultra wide, even though the field of view, I believe, is smaller than the 9. We still have an ultra wide, sort of. We also have the telephoto now, so we can kind of zoom in and also can do macro shots. So I'm going to be doing like a whole video dedicated to photography. Probably, I want to say it's just probably next weekend, because my wife has 3 days off. So I can talk to her about probably going somewhere, probably going to Encanto Park. that's the place that I know that has like a lot of good sceneries to really kind of like test the boundaries of the photography capabilities with the Pixel, because it's got a small little lake where the swans and ducks are, so I can use, you know, animals for, you know, like live subject shots. You got a lot of trees, you got a lot of bushes that have flowers, so there's some color and things like that, so I can really just test the camera capabilities. You guys, those who have been rocking with me for so many years, you guys know this park. I go there quite a bit to test photography on smartphones. That is one of my hobbies and interests, is smartphone photography. So I love to do that. So that's something that's going to be coming up with the Pixel 10. As of right now, the current test that I'm running right now on the Pixel 10, I mentioned in yesterday's video, is battery life with Bluetooth connectivity. So right now, like my Pixel watch is connected. So I'm seeing how the battery is. By the time that the battery runs down on my Pixel 10, that's where I will use the Pixel 10 without a smartwatch connected and see difference in battery life on that. Also, I've been really refraining from using a lot of heavy stuff, which is why I have my secondary device. I've been using this for a lot of the YouTube and just been using this for social media, texting, chat responses and stuff. And then another day I'm going to use a lot of YouTube on it, and then I'll have a video to tell you guys the battery life, the screen on time that I've gotten in each of those scenarios, so you guys have an understanding of this, like what battery life would be with the Pixel 10. I'm getting like so many notifications right now. I have like people that's like sending me chats with questions. So other than that, if you're gonna ask me, like, am I super happy with the Pixel 10 as far as things go right now? Yes, I am. And you know, it's been good. I think one of the main things, FYI, the game is installed, so I will be playing this game, Car X Street, after I'm done with the live stream today. And then I got my Pixel 9a to record gameplay and stuff like that. Yeah, man, appreciate you for being in here. Just be on the lookout for the video when it drops. But yeah, I'll get that video out as soon as possible for you. But anyways, I was saying, you know, I think one of the biggest things, and I don't know, B-Tech, you can tell me if you notice this too or not with your 10 Pro. But you know, it's my phone is at 60 hertz refresh right now. I don't have smooth display turned on, it's off. But the phone feels like super smooth for 60 hertz, you know. And someone was like, yo, you know, I was looking away from the screen when I was trying to show it. So I will have the phone pointed at you guys right now. And we'll go to display. I'll scroll up. Smooth display, not on. And I'm telling you, it's been smooth. Like that is smooth to me. That does not feel like 60 hertz. That feels like it's like 90 hertz. That's what it feels like. There we go. I was thinking about it the other day, but it couldn't come to mind. So like, you know how the Pixel 7 has 90 hertz refresh? This feels like 90 hertz refresh. Doesn't feel like 60. It's smooth. Like if I go to my Pixel 9a, like I said, if I go to my Pixel 9a and I'll do the same thing here, I'll go up. Let me go to settings so you guys know I'm not fudging anything. And we'll go to display. And there you have it. Smooth display is off. It's at the very bottom. Like this does kind of feel a little bit above 60 hertz. But when I do this, I can see some frame rate drop. I can see a little bit of jank. Not so much. Okay. So I'm going to be paying attention to this screen over the next couple of weeks because this just seems smooth. It just really seems smooth. I have like I was like, wow. Okay, when you took it out of the box and you booted it for the first time, actually you can even try it right now, turn off smooth display and then scroll and see if it feels like it's a higher refresh than 60 hertz. Like compare it to your iPhone 16e, because I believe that's a 60 hertz refresh only. It doesn't have Pro Motion. So, and yeah, just see the fluidity, because I said it, I believe Devon Digital made mention of it in his video the other day. He talked about it. Somebody else made mention of it in their video. I forgot who it is. I can't remember who it is, but I've been watching a ton of people's Pixel 10 videos, and I've been watching it because I want to know what they're talking about, because I don't want to talk about the same things that they're talking about. I want to hit things that nobody's talking about. This year, I'm gonna do the Pixel 10 some justice. I'm trying to hit a lot of subjects that no other creator is focusing on. I mean, there's gonna be some stuff that is obviously gonna be what everyone's talking about because it's inevitable. You can't avoid it. Like the cameras, I can't avoid talking about the cameras because other creators are talking about it. But you know, I can try to do some of the things a little bit differently than what they're doing, which is why with the photography one, I am going to try to mess around with all the different things that's on there more in a deep dive. So not just mentioning, you know, like Camera Coach, but actually use Camera Coach. So like, here's the thing. I think another person asked me this the other day. Will there be a video where it's a day in the life? Yes. There will be a day in the life with the Google Pixel 10 on my channel. I'm going to clear out a lot of video clips off the Pixel 9a because this is the phone I'm going to use to record that video. And yeah. So yeah, you guys can be expecting that. Is it me or does it feel like that? Feels like there we go. Got my microfiber cloth. I'm using the Pixel 8a as a webcam, so hopefully, I don't know, for a second there, I mean, well, it kind of still looks like it, so it could just be StreamYard that's like it right now. It feels like, you know, when you kind of like touch over the camera sensor and you kind of smudge the lens, it kind of looks that way to me on the viewfinder with the live stream. But do you have a screen protector on it, and does the fingerprint sensor struggle? So no, sorry, I didn't see that question. I apologize. If you're still here, let me answer this real quick. The fingerprint sensor is fast. Okay, it is fast than what I'm used to. It is really fast. I don't have the face unlock turned on, but the Pixel 10s are using an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor and not an optical. So it's like been pretty fast. I mean, I'm just like, geez, thanks for that question. That's quick. Now I'll do it with something that has an optical. That was 2 touches. There's a mistouch. So yeah, it's much faster. It really is. How's the battery been so far? The battery's been pretty good. My Pixel 9a does last longer than my Pixel 10. By right, it should. I mean, 4970 milliamps on the Pixel 10 and 5100 milliamps on the Pixel 9a. So the 9a is going to be my vlogging cam. So it's a phone that I'm going to take with me when I do live streams. It's going to be from the Pixel 9a. And the reason why I say that is because the camera sensor on this is pretty much the same as on this. So why not, you know? But my 9a does really good with battery, will last a good length of time. I make it through a whole day, I think. So I took this off the charger at 4 a.m. in the morning. Okay. I did light email checks. I checked my stats on YouTube through the Studios app and everything, and we're sitting at 90% now. And it's 10:44. So very light usage. Let me go into the battery usage. Yeah, so very light usage, 1.7 hours of screen on time. That's very light usage, but, you know, and that's also it, you know, sending notifications to my watch and trying to maintain a connection. Like, remember this, when you have a smartwatch connected to your smartphone, the further you move away from your smartphone, the more power it's going to draw from the battery because it's trying to keep that Bluetooth link connected and stable. Which, off topic, Pixel Watch, people want to know if I'm getting the Pixel Watch 4. Probably not. I'm waiting for Google Fi to have like a sell on the Pixel Watch 3s. When they do, I'm going to get the 45 millimeter one, and I'll be upgrading. This is the OG Pixel Watch. So this is the Pixel Watch 1. I'm still using it. Yes, I know. I'm still using it. Why? Because it still works. I still get notifications on it. I still get my workout regimens on it. I still get sleep tracking on it. The only downside to the Pixel Watch 1 is that it doesn't hold a candle to the battery life that the Pixel Watch 2 or even the Pixel Watch 3s have. I know with the 3s, I'll have much better battery life and I'll be able to track a lot more of my health, being type 2 diabetic and all. But yeah, my OG Pixel Watch still works fine. And it's one of my favorite watches because most of you guys who linked up with Carlos to surprise me with this a couple years ago, this came from the community. Like, this was a gift, not from Google. Like, when Team Pixel was around, Team Pixel didn't select me to join them. But there were people that supported my channel that just band together and bought this for me. So it's one of the watches that I always take care of, and it's so special to me that, you know, I will use it even when I get the Pixel Watch 3. If I don't feel like wearing a big bulky watch, sorry. If I don't feel like wearing a big bulky watch, I'll use this. But I love this watch. The Pixel Watch 1 is still good. Other things you guys should be expecting as a comparison, and it's not for like new versus old, but yes, my Pixel 10 will go head to head against my Galaxy S21, which does have 3 cameras. So I do have a main, an ultra wide, and a telephoto. And I'm just going to see with these camera sensors, like how they do with photography, right? Point case for someone who's like, why would I use an old flagship versus a new one? The point is, if the Galaxy S21 can take photos that is on par with the Pixel 10, well, then you kind of have an idea on the power and performance of the Pixel 10's camera sensors. Now, if the Pixel 10 blows the Galaxy S21's camera sensors out of the water, that should be expected because this is a newer flagship device, so it should have that, you know, that reach over an older flagship like the Galaxy S21. So those are videos you guys could be expecting coming up soon. Like, I do have a data-only SIM in here. Like, oh man, that's why I love Google Fi so much, being a YouTube content creator. Like, I can have multiple devices with eSIMs in them. My main device that has my main phone number, but the rest of them I use Google Voice. So if you call me on my Google Voice number, four phones are going to ring because they are signed into Google Voice. They are connected to using data for voice and text, so they will ring. And only like my family has my primary main phone number. So I never have to worry about, you know, anyone getting my number and trying to troll me. The most that I'll get on that, which I won't get because of the Google Pixels, is the spam calls, because it has spam protection on and it's intercepting a lot of spam calls. Like, I kid you not, when I check to see how many spam calls I get on my Pixel, I get about 55 spam calls a day. And this phone intercepts them and it never rings to bother me. Only the ones that it's not sure if it's spam, and then I will mark them spam if it is. Because I'm, you know, when it comes to spam calls, I don't mind them if it's from the spam company. Like, I grew up in Hawaii. We love to eat spam. There is literally a spam cookbook that has like thousands of recipes of food that you can make with spam. They have the freaking festival in Waikiki where people build up their, you know, their food stands and they cook stuff using spam. And then the spam companies out there, and they sell spam merch and everything like that. Like, if I got calls from the spam company, I wouldn't mind. But if it's like, you know, oh, fix your credit score today, like, I don't care. And no, you're not getting my info. Scammers. So, let's see here. I'm gonna stay live for a couple more minutes. Yeah, it's an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, for sure. Rest in peace, Team Pixel. Okay, so if I go back here to when B-Tech first joined in the live stream was at 10:08 a.m. my time. He's 2 hours ahead, so it's 12:08 p.m. his time. And now, he said it's should be 12:44 a.m. his time, p.m. Sorry, his time, because it was 10:48 a.m. when you commented that you're at 97%. So you dropped 3%. Nearly close to 40 minutes, roughly, give or take. Like, yeah, I was lucky to get 4 phones from them. You're at 96 now. It's 12:50 p.m. right now. Yeah, yeah, because the stream's been on for 52 minutes and 28 seconds and counting. Yeah, so I am about to jump off because I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat some breakfast. For those who catch the replay, hashtag replay crew, and if you're watching a replay, ask your questions in the comments, and I can start making videos based on those questions that people are asking. Secondly, YouTube has this new thing called hype. So if you guys could hype up my videos, I would appreciate it. It's pretty much similar to like, except what it does is that it puts my videos. It puts it on this this leaderboard, and so you can also get discovered that way too as well. I believe you can only hype 3 videos a week, so I would appreciate it if at least one of the hypes that you give a week happens to be on one of my videos that you like. I would appreciate it. And yeah, I've been doing the same. I've been hyping on B-Tech's channel. I've been hyping on Sneed's channel. I've been hyping on other content creators that I follow. I've been hyping their videos to get them on the leaderboard. So in that way, because YouTube is changing quite a bit. There's a lot of things that's changing. If you want to know what those changes are, if you want to know advice that I give to new tech creators on YouTube, become a member today. I do drop videos where I share it. They go live and available for 48 hours, and then they get dropped back to members only. So if you want to have access to those videos for future sake or whatever, become a member today. Like right now, I got 8 members so far. So shout out to the 8 members. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, there's two different tiers. 99 cents is the cheapest one. 99 cents get you connected to get those videos if you're a creator. You can get the advice. I've been doing this since 2010. So I've been on here for a long time. And I would love to help creators out. So anyways, that's it. Again, the Pixel 10. Be on the lookout for B-Tech's live stream. He has an unboxing video and first impressions video. Go check it out right after this. Head over to B-Tech's channel and go ahead and watch his video. Smash the like button on his video. Hype his video up. Get him on the leaderboards with YouTube. I would appreciate that. And then, yeah, of course, me and B-Tech will have a collaboration where he has his 10 Pro, I have my 10, and we'll probably do like another bigger Q&A. Yeah, you guys can get more insight with these phones. So, for sure. But, yeah, anyhow, y'all be awesome and be safe out there. I'll talk to you on the next one.